Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking about an app called Sketchpad. So let's get started. You're going to jump into your gallery where you select a page and then you're going to select your color. I'm going to pick blue. What I like about Sketchpad is there's tons of pens and brushes where they can be more of a thin stroke or a thicker stroke. I also like how you can choose something to be more transparent or more opaque. I already talked a little bit about how there's different brushes and sizes, but you can also adjust the size on your own at the bottom to be more thin or more thick. Another thing that's really cool is you can add a layer to your page, and you can also hide the layer you were working on before, so that way you're able to concentrate on your new page with whatever you're creating. What I like about Sketchpad is they not only have pen and brushes, but they also have this pixel looking tool I just created kind of on my page, this little dot tool you can use, and they also have some of the basics like the crayon that you can use, which is also under the tools. Another thing that's really cool is when you're done with your masterpiece, you can go back to your pages and you can click the eyeball to see both your work. So now you can see both of your works on top of each other, but you could create them separately, which is really cool using that little eyeball hiding tool. Another thing that's cool, if you make a mistake, you can just press undo for one thing, or if you don't like what you created, you can press the trash can to clear. It'll ask you to clear the layer first before you clear everything. And you can also go to your gallery if you want to start a new page. And this time I'm going to pick a background color instead of the regular paper, just to show you some different options that you can use. And so if we look here, there's also a choice where you can pick photos if you have a photo you want to add. I'm not going to do that this time, but I'm going to show you how to use the airbrush tool, which is also a fun one you can use. You can kind of just layer it on here like so. Now I'll get my second layer going right below, and there's also the eraser tool you can use if you want to erase something instead of using the undo button. So I'm gonna use the eraser tool kind of as a paintbrush to write Happy Winter over my airbrush that I just created. So if I'm done with my masterpiece, I'm going to click to the right of the trash can, the share button, and right here's a good example of something that I dislike about Sketchpad. They just have a crazy amount of ads, but anyways, here is different places that you can share to. There's a lot to choose from, which I totally love. So yeah, here's the finished piece. So overall, I really liked Sketchpad. I think it'd be a great resource for the classroom, not only our education, but just different projects if you need to draw something up real quick. I also really enjoyed how they had layers on there, because I think that's something later in life you'll use in Photoshop, so it's a good just kind of getting your feet wet type thing, which I think is really cool. I also liked how there's a lot of room for creativity. There's an option to add a photo if you wanted to. There's so many different kind of tools, brushes, unique tools that I hadn't seen before, like the dot tool I showed. I also like just how kids could do a still life with this project, draw an apple that's in front of them if the teacher said, okay, get out your sketch pad. I also think since you can add multiple pages, this would be a cool way to keep track of students' work and improvement, and they could even use this app that's called Sketchpad as a sketchbook, as what it's intended to be. And I think they'd have a lot of fun with it, especially since, you know, we're moving more into technology in this age. And yeah, overall, I was a big fan of Sketchpad. The only thing I really did not like is just how many ads there were. And before I even filmed, there's a couple ads that were a little questionable, so that'd be something more to look into, I guess. But overall, it was a very neat app. I think it could be used in tons of classrooms all over. So thumbs up for this app.